Number 1. The 1968 Oldsmobile Delmont 88 convertible, listed for just $8,900 and located right in Salem, Ohio. This car shows 88,235 miles on the odometer, and it comes with an automatic transmission. Now, what makes this one really special is its history. It's been in the same family since new and recently came out in a state collection. Along with the car, you'll get a good amount of original documentation, which is always a plus for collectors. Now, let's talk condition. This Oldsmobile does run and drive, and it's already wearing a new set of tires. The seller has gone through it just enough to make sure all the lights work. Headlights, turn signals, marker lights, even the license plate lights are all functional. The gauges are mostly good too, though the fuel gauge tend to fluctuate a bit. As for the features, the horn, heater, and the power convertible top aren't currently working. The top itself is in fair shape, but the rear window has separated. Cosmetically, this is not a show car, and the seller is honest about that. The paint is rough. The interior is old and worn, though still highly original. Think of it less as a pristine classic, and more like a cleaned-up barn find. And that's exactly how it's priced. On the road, it does get attention. The seller has driven it and says it tracks nicely down the highway, stops straight, though the brake pedal feels a bit firm. Thanks to power steering, it's still easy to handle. Overall, this is a great entry point into the world of classic convertibles. Not perfect, but running, driving, and priced right. If you're interested, the car is sitting inside the seller's showroom in Salem, Ohio, and he can even help arrange shipping if needed. So, whether you're looking for a project you can slowly bring back to its glory, or just want a cruiser that turns heads as it is, the 68 Oldsmobile Delmont 88 convertible might be the right fit for you. Number 2. The 1969 Oldsmobile 98, listed at just $6,000 and located in St. Louis, Missouri. This car shows 93,720 miles, and for its age, that's actually pretty solid. The current owner has had it for about 7 years, but here's the interesting part. In all that time, he's put less than 1,000 miles on it. So, this hasn't been a daily driver. More of a weekend car that's been kept around for fun of it. Now, when it comes to how it runs, the seller says this Olds fires right up and drives great. It's described as a really fun car to be behind the wheel of, and anyone who's driven one of these late 60s Oldsmobile 98s knows exactly what he means. They were big, comfortable cruisers with a smooth ride, and they got that unmistakable 60s American luxury feel. Long body lines, wide stance, and plenty of presence out on the road. Condition-wise, it's in good shape for being a 1969 model. That said, the seller points out that while it's perfectly fine as it sits, a real car enthusiast could take a whole lot further. Whether that means cleaning up the body, refreshing the interior, or maybe even dropping in some performance upgrades, this car leaves plenty of room for personalization. That makes it appealing both as a driver you can enjoy today, and as a project you can slowly build up into something special. The asking price is $6,000, and payment is set up for either a money order or a cashier's check. For anyone in the market for a big vintage Oldsmobile that's ready to run and still has room for improvement, this 1969 Olds 98 might be the perfect fit. It's located in St. Louis, Missouri, waiting for its next owner to bring it back onto the open road. Number 3. The 1970 Lincoln Continental Sedan 4-door listed at $8,500 and located in sunny Sarasota, Florida. This big classic shows just 73,349 miles on the odometer, paired with an automatic transmission, and it's powered by a strong 360 engine. For its age, the car is in good condition overall. But like most classics, it does have a few quirks. Let's start with the positives. Mechanically, that 360 runs strong, and the tires are practically new with less than 2,000 miles on them. The car comes complete with the original owner's manual, a car cover to keep it protected, and even 2 full sets of keys. The title is in hand, so there's no waiting around. Now for the details on what needs attention. The windows all work, but they're a bit slow, and the rear passenger window sometimes comes off track. The air conditioning does blow cool, but only sporadically, so it could use some work if you're planning to drive it in Florida heat. The radio does power on, but there's no sound coming to the speakers, although the power antenna is fully functional. Overall, these are minor issues that most classic car enthusiasts expect and can take on without too much trouble. Cosmetically, the car presents well for its age. It's not advertised as showroom perfect, but that's reflected in the fair asking price. With a little attention and some TLC, this Lincoln has the potential to be a standout cruiser. It's a car built for comfort, style, and an unmistakable 70s presence on the road. The seller is straightforward. No trades, no lowball offers. At $8,500, this 1970 Lincoln Continental Sedan is priced right for what it offers: originality, strong running condition, and plenty of potential to be taken to the next level. If you're in the Sarasota area or looking to bring home a classic luxury sedan with character, this one's worth a serious look. Number 4. The 1973 Chevrolet Corvette Convertible GS package, listed at $18,500 and located in Easley, South Carolina, showing 111,111 miles. This classic comes with an automatic transmission and carries its original 350 engine paired with a 400 turbo transmission. Both are matching numbers, which is always a big deal for Corvette enthusiasts. The seller notes that this car is a driver, not a showpiece. That means it's ready to get out on the road and be enjoyed, but it still has room for someone to take it to the next level if they want to invest in the details. It comes with plenty of extras, including all the AAIC components and a number of new parts. The convertible top frame is currently out of the car and will need a brand new soft top, but the sale does include a hard top, giving you flexibility depending on how you want to set it up. One thing worth pointing out, the headlights work exactly as they should, opening and closing smoothly. That may sound small, but on early 70s Corvettes, it's a detail that buyers always ask about. This Corvette isn't being sold as a perfect, restored show car, but it's priced fairly at $18,500 for what it offers: originality, matching numbers, and the fun of owning one of Chevy's most iconic convertibles. The seller is also open to a possible trade, specifically for a 1967 to 1972 C10 short bed truck of equal value. And just a note, the seller is clear about communication. They won't be responding to usual "is it still available?" messages. So if you're serious about picking up a 1973 Corvette convertible with a lot of potential, this one in Easley, South Carolina is ready for its next owner. Number 5. The 1972 Oldsmobile Cutlass, listed at $18,700 and located in Rittman, Ohio. The seller is open to either a straight sale or trade, depending on what you've got. This Cutlass shows 83,000 miles on the odometer, paired with an automatic transmission, and it's powered by the dependable 350 rocket engine. To add a little extra punch, it's been fitted with an aluminum intake and headers, making it run and drive great. Condition-wise, this is a really solid car. It spent most of its life down south, which means the underside is extremely clean. No rust issues on the trunk or floors. The body does have a few small paint or cosmetic flaws, but nothing major, and importantly, there's no evidence of any previous bodywork. That makes this a very light project for anyone who wants a Cutlass they can enjoy right away while still adding some finishing touches. A couple of things to note. The tires are older, so the seller recommends replacing them before doing any serious driving. Inside, the front seat could use a new cover, and the carpet needs to be replaced. Beyond that, the car is mechanically sound and road-ready, with only small details left to make it really shine. As for trades, the seller has made it clear they're interested only in other classic cars from the 1964 to 1972 range. No convertibles, no four doors, and only select Fords. They specifically mention cars like the Cutlass, Skylark, Nova, Malibu, Lemon C10, Dart, Impala, Satellite, Fairlane, Grand Prix, or Trans Am. No project cars. And all trades need to come to the seller. The price has already been dropped and is now firm at $18,700. So if you're looking for a clean, strong-running Olds Cutlass that doesn't need much to be dialed in, this one in Rittman, Ohio might be exactly what you're after. Number 6. The 1988 Ford LTD Crown Victoria. This car is listed at just $2,995, and it's located in Meridian. Now, with about 170,000 miles on the odometer, it's seen some use, but these Crown Vics were built tough, and the seller says it still rides and runs great. For anyone who remembers these cars, you know what they're all about. They were full-size, smooth-riding sedans that felt right at home on the open highway. Big, roomy, and built with that classic Ford durability, the LTD Crown Victoria became a favorite among families, retirees, and even police departments back in the day. This one still carries that same personality. A laid-back cruiser you can just relax in and enjoy. But what makes this particular example stand out is that it's been updated with some modern touches. The seller has equipped it with a great stereo system, so you can enjoy your music while you drive. It's got a backup camera for added safety, something you definitely didn't get from the factory in 1988. There's also an alarm system for security and tinted windows that not only look sharp, but also help keep the cabin cool and private. These extras make this classic sedan more practical and enjoyable in today's world. Cosmetically, the seller doesn't go into a ton of detail, but given the age and mileage, you can expect it to show some character here and there. That said, the real focus here is on how it drives. Smooth, comfortable, and dependable. It's the kind of car you can take out for a weekend cruise, or even use as a daily driver if you're looking for something unique that stands out from the sea of modern vehicles. The seller explains that the only reason it's up for sale is because they simply don't drive it enough anymore. They'd rather pass it on to someone who's going to enjoy it and put it to good use. And as a nice bonus, it even comes with a car cover, so you can keep it protected when it's parked. At under $3,000, this Crown Vic represents a whole lot of car for the money. For less than the cost of most used economy cars, you can own a full-size classic sedan with personality, comfort, and a few modern upgrades already installed. If you're in Meridian and you're looking for an affordable way to step into the world of vintage American cars, or you just want a smooth-riding cruiser with a touch of nostalgia, this 1988 Ford LTD Crown Victoria is worth a closer look. Number 7. The 1972 Lincoln Continental Mark IV, priced at $9,000 and located in Las Vegas. Now, this is the kind of car that really defined what a personal luxury coupe was all about back in the day, Long, wide, powerful, and absolutely unmistakable when it rolls down the street. This particular example is finished in a striking shade of orange, which definitely makes it stand out even more. Under the hood, you'll find the classic V8 engine, paired with an automatic transmission. Like most Lincolns of the era, it was built for comfort and smooth power delivery, and while the odometer shows just over 11,000 miles, you'll want to double-check with the seller whether that original mileage or the cluster is rolled over. Either way, it presents as a well-kept classic. Condition is listed as good, and the car carries a clean title, so there are no issues with ownership history. Being a Mark IV, you're looking at one of the most stylish luxury cars of its era, complete with that long hood, sharp body lines, and the trademark Continental styling touches. These cars were known for their big, commanding presence, comfortable ride, and a kind of interior space that really made you feel like you were in something special. The seller doesn't go into a ton of detail about mechanical updates or recent work, but at $9,000, this Lincoln is priced very fairly for what it is. With its bold paint color, V8 power, and unmistakable 70s luxury style, offers a lot of car for the money. So, if you're in the Las Vegas area and you're looking for a head-turning 70s cruiser, something that's got presence, power, and plenty of personality, this 1972 Lincoln Continental Mark IV could be a great fit. Number 8. The 1965 Ford Thunderbird, priced at $17,500 and located in Surprise. This is one of those cars that turned heads when it was brand new, and nearly 60 years later, it still does the exact same thing. Sleek styling, plenty of power, and that unmistakable Thunderbird presence. This particular example shows just 44,000 original miles, which is incredibly low for a car of this age. And it's not just about low mileage. It's been carefully maintained and recently given some big updates to make it ready to enjoy today. Under the hood sits the 390 cubic inch V8 paired with an automatic transmission. The seller just had a full engine and transmission reseal completed, so you don't have to worry about any of the common leaks that older cars sometimes deal with. On top of that, it's been fitted with a new aluminum radiator and fan, a brand new battery, fresh timing set, and reworked cylinder heads. All of that adds up to a strong, dependable drivetrain you can actually drive anywhere. Inside, comfort features are well taken care of too. This Thunderbird is equipped with power steering and power brakes, making it smooth and easy to drive. And the air conditioning, heat, and defrost have all been modernized with a new classic auto air system, which means you can cruise comfortably no matter the season. Cosmetically, the car presents beautifully. The seller describes the paint as excellent, and it comes with fender skirts and the original hubcaps to give you that authentic mid-60s look. Overall, it's the kind of classic that looks just as good sitting at a car show as it does rolling down the highway. The seller even has a video of the engine running available, so you can hear it for yourself before making the trip. At $17,500, it's priced right for what it offers: originality, low miles, modern updates, and strong mechanical reliability. The seller also mentions they might consider a trade for a classic truck, so if you got one of those, it could open up a deal. So if you've been dreaming of owning a 60s Thunderbird, a car you can enjoy today without a laundry list of repairs, this 1965 Ford Thunderbird in Surprise is absolutely worth a closer look. Number 9. Stepping back into the early 50s, here's a classic that defined Chevrolet style in its era, the 1953 Chevrolet Bel Air Stainless, priced at $12,000 and located in Waverly, Tennessee. This four-door Bel Air has about 21,000 miles on it, and it comes with a manual transmission. Now, this isn't just any standard setup. It's got the traditional 3-speed with a shifter on the column, giving it that authentic old-school driving feel. The seller says the car runs out great, with no significant mechanical issues. It cruises on the highway easily at 70 miles per hour, thanks in part to a rear end with high-speed gears that originally came from an automatic car. That makes it a little more comfortable for today's driving conditions, where keeping up with traffic is important. Under the hood, you'll find the original 6-cylinder engine, but it's been tuned nearly to perfection. The seller notes it doesn't smoke, The transmission shifts great, and overall, it's a very healthy drivetrain. One of the standout features is the dual headers on that six-cylinder. They give a sound more like a V8, which really adds to the car's character. Stopping power has also been addressed, with new wheel brake cylinders and a new master brake cylinder installed, so it's ready to hit the road safely. Cosmetically, this Bel Air is honest. The paint and interior are not perfect, but they still present very well. From a distance, the car looks nearly flawless, but up close, you'll find a few areas that could use some tinkering. Nothing major, just the kind of small TLC most classic cars need from time to time. The tires are almost new, so you won't have to worry about replacing those anytime soon. Overall, this is a strong, dependable driver that you can enjoy immediately. It looks sharp, runs great, and has the kind of classic style that always gets attention. The seller even encourages potential buyers to come check it out and take it for a drive, and he's confident you won't be disappointed. Now, in addition to selling for $12,000 or best offer, the owner is also open to trades. He's specifically interested in classics like a 1955 Chevy Bel Air hardtop or post, a 1958 Impala two-door hardtop, a 1962 or 1964 Impala two-door hardtop, a 1965 Impala two-door hardtop, or even a 1949 or 1954 door Chevy Fleetline, as long as it's running. So if you're in the market for an early 50s Chevy that's road-ready, affordable, and still has room for a little personalization, this 1953 Bel Air in Waverly, Tennessee might be the right fit for you. Number 10. The 1969 Pontiac Lemons two-door hardtop, priced at $11,500 and located in Newport Richey, Florida. Here's a true slice of late 60s American muscle, the 1969 Pontiac Lemons. This two-door hardtop is finished in Warwick blue with a black vinyl interior, giving it that bold contrast that Pontiac was known for during the era. Slide inside, and you'll find bucket seats paired with a console-mounted shifter, which really adds to the sporty personality of the car. Under the hood, this Lemons is powered by a 350 cubic inch V8 engine, made into an automatic transmission. It was also originally equipped with factory air conditioning, a nice touch for a car this age, even though the system is not currently in working order. Still, all the important bones are here, making it a very solid platform whether you want to enjoy it as a driver or restore it further. The odometer reads just over 61,600 miles, and mechanically the car runs and drives strong. It's the kind of classic you can hop in, turn the key, and still feel the heartbeat of late 60s Pontiac engineering. It was traded in recently, and while it shows its age in a few places, the body retains good lines and character. Now, like most unrestored classics, it's not perfect. The undercarriage does show rust, so it will need attention if you're thinking long-term restoration. But for someone who's handy or just loves a project, this is the kind of car that could become a family build, or even just a weekend driver that gets attention at every cruising or local car show. Overall, this Pontiac Lemons represents that sweet spot between affordability and collectability. It's priced at $11,500 or best offer, making an attractive entry point into the classic car world. Whether you're looking to take on a project or you just want to experience the thrill of driving a late 60s Pontiac V8, this car checks all the boxes. Number 11. The 1968 Mercury Cougar Coupe 2D, priced at $16,000 and located in Kiln, Mississippi. This classic Cougar is being offered in its original condition, showing 130,000 miles, and powered by its factory 302 engine paired with the automatic C4 transmission. For a car that's been on the road nearly 57 years, it still runs strong and has clearly been well cared for over the decades. The owner notes that the car has been garage kept for most of its life, which has helped preserve much of its originality. It's still wearing its original paint, and while you'll notice some surface rust on the body, there's no rot in the rocker panels, and the shock towers remain in perfect condition. That makes this Cougar an excellent candidate for either a preservation-style driver or full restoration project. Mechanically, quite a bit of work has been done to keep the car reliable. The carburetor has been rebuilt, the suspension has been overhauled, and it now has a new leaf spring in the back along with new shocks in the front. The braking system has also been refreshed with a new master cylinder, turn drums, and new pads. It's sitting on new tires as well, so you're getting a car that's road-ready and safe to drive. Inside, you'll find the factory AASC system, though it will need some work to get it blowing cold again. The ignition has been updated to electronic for improved reliability, while much of the rest of the car remains in its authentic, original state. The seller is a second owner, which adds to the history and collectability of this vehicle. Overall, it's a solid and well-preserved Cougar with strong bones, good mechanical upkeep, and only minor cosmetic needs for a car of its age. If you've been searching for a classic Mercury Cougar that hasn't been overly modified, and you appreciate originality paired with mechanical updates where it counts, this is a great option at $16,000. Number 12. The 1972 Chrysler Newport, listed at $6,000 and located in Montgomery, Texas, is a prime example of Chrysler's full-size luxury sedans from the early 1970s. This model represents the era when American cars were built with presence, size, and comfort in mind, offering both strong performance and a commanding road presence. This Newport has been driven just 11,500 miles, making it a very low-mileage survivor for its age. It comes equipped with an automatic transmission paired to a dependable 300 cubic inch V8 engine, giving it smooth yet capable performance that is ideal for long highway cruises or weekend drives. The tires were replaced a little over a year ago, ensuring that it remains roadworthy and safe for immediate use. On the outside, the car retains much of its original classic character, though the paint does show some minor chips from age and use. These blemishes are cosmetic only and do not take away from the car's overall solid condition. The body panels appear straight and no significant rust or major damage has been mentioned, which is always a positive sign for a car of this era. Inside, the interior remains in good condition, showcasing Chrysler's attention to comfort during the early 70s. The seats, dashboard, and trim are well preserved, making the cabin a comfortable place to be. The heater works properly, while the air conditioning system will need some attention to bring it back to full functionality. Mechanically, the car runs well, with a reliable drivetrain and overall condition that suggests it has been cared for throughout its life. With its strong V8, solid body, and good interior, this 1972 Chrysler Newport could serve as either a fun weekend driver, a candidate for light restoration, or even a collector's piece for someone looking to get into classic Mopars without spending a fortune. At just $6,000, it represents an affordable entry point into classic car ownership, offering both style and substance. For enthusiasts who appreciate large, comfortable American cruisers with vintage charm, this Newport is a car worth considering. Number 13. The 1967 Pontiac Bonneville, listed at $4,500 and located in Phoenix, Arizona. This 1967 Pontiac Bonneville Brougham Edition holds a deeply personal history, as it was originally purchased brand new by the seller's grandfather in the year 1968. From that moment, it became a part of the family story. For decades, this vehicle served as a trusted daily driver, providing comfort and reliability until the grandfather's passing 6 years ago. Since then, it has been carefully kept within the family, preserving both its heritage and its condition. The seller recalls, even from childhood, being told that this was a true Bonneville Brougham, which was a special edition that came equipped with virtually every available option Pontiac offered at the time. This car indeed came with all of those premium options, reflecting the high-end status of the Brougham trim. While it is somewhat difficult to verify officially whether this particular vehicle is indeed the Brougham Edition, it undeniably carries those rare features. Adding to its authenticity and value, the seller still has much of the original paperwork, including service records, documentation, and even the original window sticker. Importantly, the vehicle comes with a clean title, ensuring smooth transfer of ownership. The car has been driven approximately 100,000 miles and comes with an automatic transmission. Under the hood, It runs strong, as several important maintenance steps have already been taken. Many of the leaky vacuum lines have been replaced, allowing the engine to start right up and run smoothly. However, the seller does note that the cooling system should be inspected before undertaking any long-distance driving. In particular, the radiator should be serviced, as the car has spent years sitting unused. Still, despite these minor needs, the Bonneville runs great and demonstrates the robust engineering Pontiac was known for. The air conditioning unit, once functional, is currently not working after sitting idle for years. According to the seller, it only needs to be recharged in order to restore its functionality. The heater, on the other hand, remains operational. Overall, the car is described as very clean, retaining much of its originality. It stands today as a true classic Pontiac automobile with a complete and verifiable history. The interior is in good shape, though it does require a new headliner, and the vinyl top also needs replacement to bring it back to its original glory. The body is solid overall, and with its factory options and original design still intact, this car is an excellent candidate for restoration or simply for use as a nostalgic driver. This Bonneville represents more than just a vehicle. It is a piece of family history and Pontiac heritage. For the price of $4,500, it offers not only a rare opportunity to own a classic 1967 Pontiac Bonneville, but also the chance to continue the legacy of a car that has remained in the same family since it was first purchased. Number 14, the 1970 Lincoln Continental, listed at $1,000 and located in Sierra Vista, Arizona. This vehicle has been driven 65,728 miles and comes equipped with an automatic transmission paired to a powerful 460 cubic inch V8 engine, mated to AC 6 3-speed transmission. The car was in running condition when it was parked, though it has been sitting for some time and will likely require a thorough inspection and servicing before being put back on the road. This is a classic full-size luxury sedan from Lincoln, known for its iconic design, heavy presence, and smooth ride quality. The Continental of this era carried distinctive styling features and a reputation for being a symbol of American automotive elegance. While the listing is straightforward, the opportunity is significant for collectors or restorers who want to bring a true piece of 1970s luxury back to life. The seller has clearly stated that the sale is on a first-come, first-served basis, with no holds allowed. Payment is requested in cash, and the vehicle is cross-posted in multiple places, which means it could be sold quickly. Interested buyers are encouraged to reach out directly to the seller to obtain the pickup address. At only $1,000, this Lincoln Continental presents an affordable entry point into classic car ownership, especially for those who appreciate vintage luxury sedans and are ready to invest some time into restoration. This is a solid project opportunity with potential for enthusiasts who recognize the value of a true American classic. Number 15, the 1985 Mercury Capri GS, listed at $9,000 and located in Many, Louisiana. This particular example is equipped with a desirable 5.0-liter V8 engine paired to a 5-speed manual transmission, and also features a T-top roof design that adds both style and collectability. The odometer shows just 17,928 miles, making it an exceptionally low-mileage vehicle for its age. According to the seller, this Capri was a barn find and still comes with some original paperwork, which adds to its authenticity and value. While it runs and drives, there are a few things that will need attention. The car shakes slightly when driving over 55 miles per hour, which likely indicates the need for new tires or balancing. The air conditioning system is still intact, but not currently functional. However, the heater works properly, and even the cruise control remains operational. The seller is transparent in stating that the car is not perfect, but it requires only a handful of minor improvements to bring it back to peak condition. Given that very few of these cars were produced, and even fewer have survived in such original form, this is a rare opportunity for collectors or enthusiasts looking for something unique from the mid-1980s performance era. The asking price is $15,000, or best offer, though the seller notes that they are also open to trades. Acceptable trade options include a 3/4-ton or 1-ton diesel truck, a sports car, or even a pair of four-wheelers. The vehicle is located in Many, Louisiana, and the seller is willing to deliver under the right circumstances. Serious buyers are encouraged to schedule a viewing, but the seller makes it clear that there will be no joy rides. With its low miles, V8 power, and rare status, this 1985 Mercury Capri GS represents both a solid collectible and a fun classic to own and drive.